Join me as I dive deep into the world of true crime and try to figure out what really makes these stories so addictive. True crime stories have taken the world by storm, captivating audiences with their dark, intriguing narratives. From podcasts to documentaries, and books to TV shows, this genre has exploded in popularity over the past decade. But what's behind this fascination? Why do we find ourselves drawn to stories of murder, mystery, and mayhem? One reason might be that true crime stories often reflect the darker aspects of human nature and societal issues that we don't always want to confront. They shine a light on the evil that exists in the world, on the injustices, and on the flaws in our systems. This can be uncomfortable to think about, but it's also a way for us to process and understand the world around us. We're drawn to these stories because they allow us to explore the complexities of human behavior, to try to make sense of the senseless. Moreover, true crime stories often pose questions about morality, justice, and the human condition. They challenge us to think about what we would do in certain situations, how we would react if faced with similar circumstances. This moral introspection can be both captivating and unsettling, making us question our own values and principles. By exploring these darker themes, we're forced to confront the reality of the world we live in. Additionally, our society has always been fascinated by the whodunit, the mystery of it all. We love trying to piece together clues, to solve the puzzle before it's solved on screen. This curiosity is a big part of what draws us to true crime stories. But there's more to it than just solving a mystery. These stories also tap into our deepest fears, making us wonder if we could be next. They make us think about our own vulnerability, and that's a powerful draw. The suspense, the twists, and the turns are all part of what make true crime stories so captivating. We're on the edge of our seats as we follow the investigation, trying to piece together the clues alongside the detectives. And then there are the moral dilemmas, the choices that have to be made, the consequences that have to be faced. These are all elements that keep us engaged, that make us want to keep watching or listening. One of the most compelling aspects of true crime stories is our desire to understand criminal psychology. We want to know what drives someone to commit a heinous crime, what makes them tick. We're fascinated by the minds of criminals, and we want to learn more about what makes them different from the rest of us. This desire to understand is a key part of what makes true crime stories so addictive. The Golden State Killer case is a prime example of a true crime story that captivated the nation. The sheer brutality of the crimes, the fact that the perpetrator was able to evade capture for so long, it all contributed to a sense of unease and fascination. The case was widely covered in the media, with many people following it closely, trying to make sense of the events as they unfolded. The impact on public perception was significant, raising awareness about the issue of serial crime and the importance of DNA evidence. The case also highlights the role of media in shaping our perception of true crime stories. The way a story is told, the way it's presented, can have a huge impact on how we respond to it. The Golden State Killer case was covered extensively in the media, with many documentaries, podcasts, and books exploring the events. This kind of coverage can help to create a sense of community, as people come together to discuss and share their thoughts on the case. The public's fascination with the Golden State Killer case also speaks to our desire for justice. We want to see perpetrators brought to justice, and we want to feel safe in our communities. True crime stories tap into this desire, giving us a sense of closure and resolution. Recapping, we've explored the darker aspects of human nature that true crime stories reflect, the suspense and moral dilemmas that make them captivating, and the desire for understanding that drives our fascination. We've also seen how a compelling true crime case can impact public perception and media. If you're a true crime fan like me, I'd love to hear about your favorite true crime stories in the comments below. And if you're interested in more content like this, be sure to check out my video on the psychology of serial killers for a deeper dive into the minds of these complex individuals.